I'd like to start this video off with a disclaimer. Due to the sheer amounts of salt that I'm fixing to unload here, if you have high blood pressure, you should not watch this video. If you are at an increased risk of stroke due to a pre-existing medical condition or a previous stroke, you probably don't want to watch this video. And if you enjoy watching good content by good commentators, you should definitely not watch this video. So the Indiana Fever played at home against the New York Liberty today and lost by 2 points in an officiating disgrace. Well, the salt's just getting started. I will start off with some of the stuff that I actually liked from today. Caitlin Clark still continues shooting not so good, but she's starting to get her stroke back a little bit, which is nice to see for sure. Still struggling. Percentage isn't very good. She can't hit the really deep ones though. I guess she needs to just focus on only either hitting mid-range shots, going to try for a layup, or hitting long bombs. Any three-point shot taken within 5 feet of the arc or 8 feet of the arc should result in an automatic fine. She did good though. She did very good with the distributing the ball. Her and Aaliyah Boston, watching their pick and roll is just so fun. So reminiscent of the old days that I loved to watch. And Stockton to Malone, even though Aaliyah Boston's approximately 100 million times better of a person than Karl Malone was. But I really like watching that. Kelsey Mitchell, it's old school. The shooting guard, the point guard, and the power forward, doing the pick and roll, and then you got the shooting guard doing the ISO ball, hero ball, whatever you want to call it. But she does good at that. She's very good. She hits all of her layups almost in traffic with much taller people around her. But today, when given the chance, when she had a free layup with nobody even close to her, she missed it. But normally she hits them. So I like Kelsey. I love watching her play. I love watching Aaliyah and Caitlin play. It's a fun team to watch. A lot of old school stuff. Caitlin's starting to hit that mid-range fadeaway. Man, I've missed watching basketball players knock that down. I hope she does that about 5 times a game. I love it, and I miss it a lot. Glad to see that. Lexi Hull did amazing. The Hollywood Blondes did again. Sophie Cunningham did her job. Lexi Hull provided more minutes. DeWanna Bonner. I think what they're doing is smart, kind of easing her into it. She's a veteran. She'll figure it out. So very, I'm not about to panic with her. Plus, she looked a lot better today. I know the scoring wasn't there. She did a lot of stuff like rebounding and things like that. And, sorry, I got to wave goodbye to some of my coworkers. I'm okay with her. Natasha Howard did amazing again. I know it might not have showed up on the stat sheet. I don't know if it did or not, to be honest with you, but very happy with her. She's definitely fitting in already. She'll probably still struggle a game or two here and there, but I expect she was definitely a great pickup for us. She fits in well. Her and Caitlin Clark already have a good thing going, good chemistry. Very happy about that. And I like their resilience today. They were down by like 15 in the first half, and they brought it back within about, I think it was 8 or 9 at halftime, and they opened up about a 10 or 11, 12-point lead in the second half. And they promptly coughed it up, but they hung in there and scrapped back. And that's where the problem lies, is in their attempts to come back and to hold the Liberty off and to make their own game winners. They ran into the officials. There was a 32-15 free throw discrepancy, I believe, in the favor of New York Liberty. They always have that. If you remember anybody who watched Game 5, who was unfortunate enough to watch Game 5 of the WNBA Finals last year between the Liberty and the Aces, the Liberty and the Lynx, the Minnesota Lynx, the Liberty got a lot of very ridiculous calls and a very ridiculously one-sided officiating game. I'm not saying the Liberty are not a good team. Obviously, they have a lot of talent, but they are very reliant on the officials. They were just calling so many ticky-tack stuff on the Fever, stuff that wasn't even fouls on the Fever, and letting the Liberty just hack the Fever and not calling fouls on them. Tied 88 at the end. I forgot who it was in the Liberty. I don't even know their names. I don't even care. Drove for the basket. Lexi Hull did perfect. I'd like to say it again, perfect defense. The lady hit her in the face, and they called a foul on Lexi. and the Fever used up all their timeouts so they couldn't challenge it. So very good job, WNBA. You once again cannot get out of your own way. It's not fun to watch the officials take over a game like that. It's killing the NBA, and what little bit of excitement that the WNBA has managed to produce with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever is being sucked out of the building between non-existent racist investigations into racist taunts that absolutely did not happen, with zero transparency. Angel Reese posted stuff about, white girl doesn't want this and nothing. The WNBA is fine with that, so racism against white people is perfectly fine. And plus, there's no investigation into the fact it looks like Brittany Griner, a couple years out of Gulag in Russia, you think she'd be happy just to be there, fouled out on about her 15th moving screen. I think it was about the 4th or 5th that they actually called. She fouled out and said something about effing white girl to Caitlin Clark, and which, look, as a white person, I don't care about what Angel Reese did. I don't care about what Brittany Griner did. I'm not offended in the least. I know who I am. If they want to lump all of us white people into one category, that's fine. I don't care. If you're that short-sighted and that stupid, I don't care. But if you're going to sit there and investigate absolute phantom racism, hate speech from the Fever fans from the season opener, that absolutely did not happen. There's zero proof that is circulated. You can't even be in some no-name town in Minnesota and drop the N-word without some Somali dude with a cell phone following you around. So if somebody would have said something, they would have put it on, it would have been caught on the cell phone, would have been caught on the microphones. Somebody would have picked it up. So at least be fair about it, because fairness is what it's about, isn't that right? Equality. What did that say? What does that say on the front of the Liberty's chest? On the Liberty's jerseys, it says WNBA officials, but the other New York Liberty players, it says equality. So where's the equality? For the WNBA's favorite team is what it says, and they don't really care about equality. All they care about is promoting anti-white racism, which again, as a white person, I don't care. They can be racist towards me all they want. I don't care. I know who I am, and I'm fine by that. But it is pretty frustrating when there's no consistency, and it's frustrating watching these officials just suck. This league cannot get out of its own way. Look, I know they didn't play a perfect game. Like I said, Caitlin's still struggling a little bit with her shot, but, good Lord, give them a fair shot. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for a special whistle. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is the golden goose, so it would benefit them to have a more fair whistle, but she gets every ticky-tack call, and they just hack the shit out of her, and nothing's called. The last play of the game, Natasha Cloud, hacked her. Clear as day, and no foul was called. And of course, ESPN and all them are covering up, saying, no, I think that was clean. I think that was clean. There's nothing clean about it. She got under Caitlin's right arm and lifted her up. So that's a foul. The Liberty are their team, or the WNBA's team. That's the one they love the most, it seems like, them in Vegas, and they're going to give them all the shots, or all the calls, I should say. And like I said, I don't want to say they're a bad team, but I'm just not that impressed by the Liberty, to be honest with you. They have some talent, but Sabrina Ionescu, she's a poor man's Caitlin Clark, very poor man's Caitlin Clark. Breanna Stewart's boring as the day is long. Jacquel, she does a good job, good hustle. She's probably the one I like the most, but she's no Leah Boston. I can tell you that. Let's give Leah Boston that special whistle and see how much better she does than Jacquel. So, a lot of salt, a lot of frustration. The league just can't get out of its own way. They're making it so much less fun. The league has no idea what fun is all about. They have a great commercial about it being fun, but then when it comes time to make the rubber hit the road, they can't do it. And it's frustrating, and it sucks. The Fever are going to be okay. I'm not worried about them. They'll probably use this as motivation. They were in a lot worse shape last year and wound up putting themselves in a pretty good spot, and they'll put themselves in a good spot again this year with the talent they have and the more experience for the younger players. But, I don't know. WNBA, I don't know what to say about them. Pathetic. Their officiating is trash. All the league's officiating seems to be going towards trash, but even by their standard, the officiating in the WNBA is bad. So, hate that, but hey, try again next time. So take care, guys. Hope y'all enjoying your Memorial Day weekends, and I'll talk to you later.